everybody out there in the land of YouTube. This is Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the one and only Psychic News Network. Today is Friday, November 17th, 2023. What is up, you guys? TGIF, it's Friday Night Live. Let's see. Well, Zuckerberg is back at it. Zucky. I may have mentioned before that I got off of Facebook after the insurrection. And after the insurrection, a lot of big corporations just retracted their funding of anything to do with Trump or the Republican Party. They just took their money out of the party of insurrectionists for a while. And I just heard that Zuckerberg is back at it. And they're all in on running ads from the Trump campaign that are related to election denial. And I just started being back on Facebook just a tiny bit. Just for promotion purposes, just to let people know what I'm doing. And I don't know how to get around this. And AT&T funds right-wing extremism, and my phone is AT&T, and that's a pain to change it over to anything else. And I heard Toyota funds right-wing, funds the right, and I'm driving Toyota. And I mean, these big corporations are funding the lies. So we're gonna take a little dive into that and see what we can do about that. What's gonna happen with that? I'll have my tea. Anyway, that's on my mind. Yeah, and that's why I got off of Facebook, and I was like, I'm never coming back. I hate Facebook. I've never been on Twitter. I have an account, never used it. And then Elon took it over, and now Elon is going full on, let's hate the Jews. What the hell? So, I don't know, but Thomas is here, so it's all good, and you're all here. Yeah, they're hell-bent, and the more we dig in, the more they dig in, and the more we have a problem with them, the more they have a problem with us, and it's us versus them, and them versus us. IBM and Apple have pulled their ads off of X. Right. Well, I don't know what they're going to do about Zuckerberg. Anyway, I had to change out my light. I think it looks about the same, but this is a light I used to use because my other one broke. Is that a robot next to Libby? That's my astronaut. My astronaut projects nebulas and stars. Some people thought it was my aura. I'm like, well, that would be kind of crazy. Good thing it isn't. Yeah, he's fun. And I have a turkey. Can you see the turkey? I think Thomas wanted a turkey. If you can't see it, I'll grab it. Wildflower Wind is saying she doesn't know what to think anymore. Well, it's a good time to become psychic. It's a good time to become psychic, and I do teach that. I had 2 classes. I had one over the summer. It was spiritual boot camp, and I had one for 6 weeks. That was September 23rd through October 28th. You really have to rely on your psychic abilities, you know? Anyhow, let's get to it. Let me tell you a little something that I'm going to experiment with. This is totally unrelated. As a lot of you know, I met Sadhguru in 1998, hung around with him a whole bunch before he got world famous, and So I check out his videos. And he was talking about this leaf called, because he'll tell you all about, Ayurvedic and nutritional things. So this is a leaf, and it's called the betel leaf, Betel. And according to Sadhguru in India, they would read the betel leaf. So I put a little bit of water on it, and so, I have the tea leaves, but we're going to read a betel leaf. I don't know. Why not? I ordered some, and so I'm going to do a little bit of that, but I think I have to put a little more water in it. We're going to use the Llewellyn cards tonight. We're going to put a couple gratitudes up, and when we have 200 people, I think that's the quota. Oh, Cheryl gave blood today. Good for you. I'm signing up real soon to do that. Warren, we'll do a group hug when we get to 200 people. We're at 155. We're getting there. So, and then, Trump, is so freaking guilty. The Two of Pentacles just turned over. That means we're needing to, it just flipped over. When a card flips over, I often pay attention. We need to keep our balanced in the midst of the crazy. We're getting to 200 sooner than usual. We'll see. So this is us. We have to learn how to keep our balance during these times. We just have to learn how. And I'm doing what I can to teach everybody. If you have any questions, you can always email. Oh, the Colorado judge said Trump can stay on the ballot. Let's read on that first. It just happened, breaking news. When will the right-wing judges leave the SCOTUS? Are you trying to be Warren right now, Thomas? Tried to sneak that question in there. And now Cheryl's saying praying for the victims from the shooting in New Hampshire. I didn't even hear about it. You're going to remain on Twitter? Janet's going to remain on Twitter. It's a tough call. Warren's like, how dare you ask Annette questions about SCOTUS? I'm the one she gets mad at. I don't get mad. It's just the Supreme Court is just infuriating, as are many things. Let's pull 3 cards about Trump. It's so glaringly obvious that he tried to steal the election. Come on. That was obvious. January 7th. Whatever's upsetting you, just let it go. What are those little emoji thingies? Never seen that. Looks like a spinning wheel. What I'm reading on right now is a little bit more about now that another video has leaked where Trump said, I don't know if it was a leak. It looked like it was like a news interview. He said that he wanted to go to the Capitol. The Secret Service wouldn't let him. Right out of his mouth, he's saying that he knew all about it. He knew all about what was going to happen. How's that going to go? Well, I have the Hermit. The outcome of that news being released, that Trump said that they were there for him, and he was going to be right there with them to do what he needed to do. Lisa's saying she lives in Denver and hasn't heard news about Trump being allowed on the ballot. IBM Apple pulled their, they pulled their ads from Twitter. Yeah, let's hope that continues. As far as Donald Trump and the latest that we heard from that video, that he was all in on the insurrection. So they can't be saying, remember I was doing, losing my mind the other night on Wednesday about the buses, about the ghost buses that Biggs was saying. Oh my gosh, this was a weird week. Yes, Pinocchio will be expelled next month. It's getting closer. So there was Trump claiming that they were his people. So what happened to the argument about it's Antifa? Trump is officially on the main ballot. Yeah, it was a very, very, very weird week. So this is where this leaves Trump isolated. I wonder if this also means that he's going to lose more lawyers. Because I think Elena Haba is done. The King of Cups, he's just going to keep on spilling. Did you hear this one? Trump's sister, I think her name was Mary Ann. I think they called her Mary. Trump's sister passed away. Did you all know this? Somebody put it up on Wednesday. So Trump today, apparently, this is on Midas Touch. Trump was at his sister's funeral today, and guess what he was doing? Guess she forbade her siblings from talking at the funeral? I don't blame her. Did you hear? You heard. He's at his sister's funeral. And he's tweeting. He's like, the funeral's about to start. And he's tweeting, attacking the judge. This man is not... There's something really... We know there's something wrong with him. But it's really, 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 really wrong. Can you imagine being at the funeral of a family member, a sibling, and being only concerned about your own presidential campaign and all these we can't imagine that. How could we imagine that? And his brother died about a year and a half ago. Yeah, this is really, there's something totally disconnected. His brother died over a year ago, I think it was, or it might have been just around this time of year, because his family's dying. They're getting up there. And I think he and his brother were fairly, they had a connection. I think the same was true with the sister. It's not like they were estranged and they didn't talk to one another. And a reporter asked Trump, or said something like, "Oh, my condolences. I'm sorry about your brother." And Trump just let it blow over him. The man is not human. Anyway, so now that this video has leaked where it's very, very clear, and Jack Smith has it all, he's got all the evidence that he needs, it's very, very clear that that Trump knew about it. He was talking about it like, these are my people, and I want to go to the Capitol, but Secret Service wouldn't let him, and he wanted to be part of it because he knew that they were all one big clan, and he was the head member of the clan. So what's going to happen as a result is I feel like he's going to lose his legal help, but then he's going to continue to spew this BS. And the Page of Pentacles, I know the gag order has been lifted. However, I really do think the reason that they're lifting the gag order is because, oh my gosh, this is the strongest case in the world. Just let him keep running his mouth. Let him keep running his mouth. Oh, 221 in the chat. It keeps going up and down. All right, it's time for a group hug. Let's support each other with a group hug. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's better. Hugs! I can feel it. It really is helpful. It's very helpful. Thanks, you guys. I just wanted to read, somebody gave more, okay. More insight. New York Times has a report that the Colorado judge keeps 45 on the ballot, rejected the 14th Amendment. All right, we're going to have to look at that. Because clearly it was an insurrection that he headed up. So is that how they responded? Is that how Colorado responded to the tape of Trump basically saying, yeah, they were my people? That's their response? Let's take a look at that. Kalani's here all the way from Oregon. Who's the furthest away tonight? Do we have any Australians here? Cheryl feels relaxed after the hug. I felt that. It was kind of like a calming, beautiful energy. Thank you. Thanks for that. How can the judge say that dump isn't an office of the United States? I haven't read the details on that, but what I'm going to ask the pendulum is this. Was that rigged? Was that rigged? Was there some backroom deals going on in Colorado? Was there something that was being rigged there? I'm actually not feeling that. I guess the judge just decided. I guess the judge just decided he's not. Did the judge just decide that it's not that big of a risk? No. All right, let's take a look at it. We're looking at. There are other states that want to use the 14th Amendment. Prayers for Rosalind Carter. Is she in hospice or something? I'm getting the news from the chat. We're gonna pull 3 cards about what happened. There will be appeals, yeah, in Colorado. Okay, so we're gonna pull 3 cards about it. I feel like the judge decided for some reason that it wasn't risky to say that Trump could be on the ballot. So maybe that's Warren is a lawyer, and Warren's saying that there will be appeals. Rosalind Carter is in hospice, okay. When she passes, then Jimmy will be very soon afterwards. Yeah, the Carters are waiting on each other to die. That will happen. Remember Johnny Cash, after June Cash died? He completely he disintegrated. He died shortly afterwards. Okay, somebody still feels the hug. Nice. Trump has not been convicted yet. I think that's why. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at why the judge in Colorado decided that Trump could be on the ballot. And it is similar to, remember you guys were all mad about George Santos. When are they going to get him? When are they going to get him? And then, why did Jamie Raskin not vote to expel him? And it was really that they had to wait until there was a conviction. And, then the ethics committee came up with their findings. And then Pinocchio hasn't been expelled yet, but he's about to be expelled. Damon, are you okay? You have a sore back? I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a fact that George Santos is out. So, I mean, that was concluded in my head a long time ago. Were you all with me on that? He was never going to stay. I can understand how we would think that he would end up staying, because look at where Trump is still free. Okay, Colorado. I wouldn't take this as the end of the story in Colorado in terms of the 14th Amendment and letting Trump stay on the ballot. And he's not even officially the nominee yet. Oh, Thomas likes my scarf. I got this in New Hampshire. Thank you. Let's see. So the Wheel of Fortune indicates that in Colorado there's going to be a turn, even though it looks like right now people that are really, really upset, like all of us. It looks like in Colorado this isn't the end of the story. The story doesn't end with, oh, Donald Trump gets to be on the ballot. It doesn't end that way. I do feel that in Colorado there's going to be, like Warren was saying, appeals. I do pick that up. I definitely pick that up. This Page of Wands, that's lawyers. Those are appeals. And what's the name of the organization that's been working on that? I think it starts with a C. Somebody in Colorado, there's an organization that's been working to keep Trump off the ballot. I just don't remember the name of it. What's the... Anybody out there that can answer my question? The Eight of Wands. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of, this is not a situation that's just like standing still. This is a situation that's very, very, very fluid, very liquid. Oh, Australia wins! Cheryl, are you in Australia? Bond Blue just got here. What's the question? Well, let me just recap. We kind of get the news. We kind of get the breaking news as we go, often because there's so much news. CREW, thank you. In Colorado, there's been an organization called CREW, which means it's an acronym for Don't Ask. I'll look it up. And they have been fighting for keeping Trump off the ballot on account of he incited a violent insurrection. He attacked the government. Oh, yeah, someone from Australia is in the chat. I was saying who's from the furthest away. You get a bell. So that's what we're reading on. That bell was for Australia. What's going to happen? So apparently the judge said he could stay on the ballot. And I don't see that I don't see that being the end of the story. Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Government. Thank you. That's why we're here. But it's CREW. Okay. The Eight of Wands means a lot of movement, a lot of action around that. This is the people appealing that decision by the judge in Colorado to keep Trump on the ballot. There's no damn way that Donald J. Trump should be on any freaking ballot. All right? Can I get a witness? There's no freaking way that Donald damn Trump should be on the ballot. Is it just me? Honestly. Damon, is it just getting to you? You have a bad back? When my back hurts, I go for a walk and it always goes away. Just a little advice there. Go for a little walk if you can. Unbelievable. I mentioned the other night that I happened to come across a video that I made on January 21st, 2021. Remember, if you were here, I was talking about that on Wednesday. And I just was struck. I was on Facebook at the time with PNN. January 21st, 2021. I could see the trauma. I could tell I was traumatized. We were all traumatized. My manicotti would make your back better. I'll have to figure out how to freeze it to you. On January 21st, 2021, we were all like in total trauma. He should never be on any ballot ever. I cannot even, that's why we're here together. We need to support each other on this. What the hell? He's totally a sadistic, sociopathic, malignant narcissist, murderous, treasonous traitor to the United States of America. Why on God's earth is he allowed to be on the ballot? Well, we don't know yet. That just needed to have a moment. I'm pulling 3 cards about that. He's nuts. He is certifiably 3 sheets to the wind, completely freaking insane. Can't even make sense when he puts sentences together. If he can manage to put a sentence together. What the hell? If you're not angry, you're not paying attention. That is so true. What's my question? Is this going to change? I do think it's going to change. I do think it's going to change. The Hierophant, this is our United States Constitution. This is Joe Biden standing strong with the United States Constitution. The Two of Wands is the citizens of the United States needing to step it up. Because this is not a two sides issue. He thinks he's running against Obama. He thinks he ran against Jeb Bush. Yeah, you're right, Tina. I don't think the judge in Colorado wanted to be the one to set the precedent. I totally got that. Yeah, I totally got that. So, I do think the American people will step it up. I do see a lot of fake news and fake ads and you know what? There's no reason to not make your voices known when it comes to Zuckerberg going ahead and saying that the Trump campaign can run ads about the election being stolen, and Warren's like, he's actually running against Franklin Roosevelt. Trump doesn't even know what country Viktor Orban is from. There are gaffes galore. If you want to see gaffes galore, watch a recent Trump rally. He thinks the colonial army had to protect our airports during the American Revolution. He said Orban is from Turkey. I mean, if he's so into Viktor Orban, you'd think he would know that that's Hungary. Let me sip my tea. The moon is not even in a fire sign. The moon is in Capricorn. But Mars is in Scorpio, I do believe. Wow, Ven. Hey, Ven, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Was he always as stupid? Oh, thank you, Thomas. Was Trump always as stupid? Let's ask. Well, he's a pretty stupid businessman. Frozen back? Am I frozen? Are you? Oh, I had to call Comcast today because so you freaked me out when you said frozen. Damon has a frozen back. Well, thanks for popping in, Ben. All right. I was frozen again? Jeez. I couldn't even get into grassroots. I had to go on my phone last night. Moon in Aries? Well, am I looking at the wrong week? It's in Capricorn. Definitely my calendar says that the moon is in Capricorn. But I do believe Mars is still in Scorpio. Is Donald Trump actually going to be on the ballot? I keep getting no. Let's just go for it. Let's go for a little penduluming. Is this your favorite pendulum? This is made from opalite, which I heard was man-made, but it really is cool. It's easy to see against a dark backdrop. Thank you for your support. Is Donald J. Trump going to be on the ballot? You know, Trump is loco. I don't see him on the ballot. I really think that it's the Colorado judge didn't want to be the first one. The judge in Colorado, let's ask this. Did the judge in Colorado say he could stay on the ballot because she didn't, or was it she? I don't know, I'm assuming it was a she. The judge didn't want to receive death threats. Is that it? No. Was it because the judge didn't want to be the one to set the precedent? The judge didn't want to be the first one. What does it feel like when it moves? Does it vibrate the pendulum? No, it doesn't really. I just kind of hold it and I watch which way it goes. You can kind of feel which way it's going to go. So, yeah, I agree, Thomas, and it's, I always say about, good psychics, we're all pulling from the same source. He's saying that other psychics have already said April of next year Trump will be finished. I see something coming in March for Trump. I see something coming in March for Trump. Minnesota judge said he had to be on the primary ballot. Colorado, not the first judge. I'm going to read about what the judges are going to do about the Amendment 14 moving forward. Thank you, Warren. What are the judges going to do moving forward? They're actually interesting. This is interesting because it seems like the judges want to hear more from the people. Thank you for your donation, Marby. This is what it feels like. It feels like the judges want to hear more from the people. I really mean that. I'm not just telling you to be, you need to get involved, like I always say, because, that's me. The Ace of Wands indicates that the judges are going to wait until the voices are loud enough to keep Trump off the ballot. He's going to just start going off the rail. It just really feels like the judicial system is waiting to see how bad Trump gets, which is kind of dangerous. They're taking a chance. This is Trump again. Overflowing with emotions, just being off the rails. I mean, the quotes from Hitler weren't enough. Disney and Warner Brothers and Discovery have also just pulled advertising from Twitter. Let's hear it. We have to fight back. We have to fight back. Next time we hear of a case, we need to send emails to the judge. It really does look like the judges want to throw it to the people. The quotes from Trump's proposed DOJ are shocking, Mike Davis. Yeah, well, yeah, these are the Llewellyn cards. The judges want to hear more from the people. So this is a call to all Americans to fight for the 14th Amendment to be enacted, put in place. Amendment 25 should have been put in place, and Trump should have been ousted from the White House immediately. Actually, Omarosa, remember way back, they were throwing around, they were like texting back and forth, it's time for the 25th Amendment, because Trump was so nutty when he was in the White House. Honestly. The High Priestess tells me that the judges don't want to be in the forefront. It's a democracy. The people need to speak louder. So good for the people at Crew in Colorado. Good for them. That's awesome. And now we need to support that organization in fighting back. Lawrence Tribe and Judge Ludwig think the Colorado ruling could be a loss for Dump in disguise. I'm getting that feeling. It's confusing because that's what I'm feeling. Oh, thank you for being a member of my channel. I need to, and I tried to track down, we're just talking about advertisers pulling their advertising. That's mega bucks. Pulling ads from Elon Musk's Twitter. Everyone's still calling it Twitter. No one's really calling it X. But that's pretty big. That's pretty big. All right. I'm stuck on this topic. We're going to pull 3 more cards. I really want to know. I really want to know what's going to happen with the people of America. Are they really going to stand for a violent, sadistic, murderous, treasonous, traitorous, malignant narcissist? Are the American people really going to stand for that? Come on, Annette, you want a Tesla. No, I've never wanted a Tesla, actually. The Nissan had a car out, it must have been like 10 years ago. The Nissan Leaf, and I wanted one of those. They were quite expensive at the time. I'm not sure what happened to the Nissan Leaf. Well, this looks like a wave. This looks like a blue wave. We are going to get to a point in this country where we're really going to feel the danger. Oh, Darren, I just answered that. There's going to be, because Darren's saying a big problem is that lots of people are not paying attention to any news. I'm just addressing that, and then I saw your question. It's exactly what I'm addressing. The American people are going to start to feel the pain of the horribleness of the hatred and the vitriol and the violence that's being stoked by Donald Trump. Yeah, I know we feel the danger now because we're paying attention. But more and more people are going to see the danger. And this is us. It's going to feel like this. It's going to feel like being in a ship in a storm. People are getting it. Oh, there's danger. Oh, looks like we're safe. Oh, no, we might capsize. Oh, it's going to be like that. You do have some power. You do have a lot of power. Watch pro-democracy channels. Vote blue, vote blue, vote blue. Make sure that you're registered to vote. The one thing that's happening is the fascist Republicans know that they're in the minority. They know quite well they're in the minority. They know how mad the American people are. And so they're doubling down on suppressing the vote. Yeah, more and more we're recognizing the danger. It's more in the mainstream media. That's what I'm saying, Glenn. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. People are going to start to feel the danger. We are the power. But a lot of people don't pay attention. If you have a busy day, are you watching the news every hour on the hour like I do? When I have a busy day, I'm not really on the hour every hour, but there's some new news happening every hour. Have you noticed? Make sure you know what's going on. Make sure you tell people that Trump wants concentration camps. They won't believe you. If they're not paying attention to the news, they're not going to believe you. And then you can show them. Yeah, they're gerrymandering. They're trying to overturn the people's choice to bring abortion back to being a legal form of health care. Why the local news starts at 4:30 a.m.? What? Why the local news starts at 4:30 a.m.? Does that explain why the local news does it start at 4:30 a.m.? Wow. Yeah, watch Midas Touch. Subscribe to Midas Touch. Now the mainstream news networks are starting to go to Midas Touch. Yeah, they're in the minority. They're absolutely in the minority, which is why we're going to have to talk about Mike Johnson. Have a drink. Have a drink. We're going to have to talk about Mike Johnson. Or whatever you're into. It's bad. It's bad. But you know, what we know is that it has to get that bad before we do anything. Hang on, I took some notes. People are going to start to wake up and people are going to start to get very scared. Way more. Warren needs 200 proof alcohol if we're going to talk about MAGA Mike. Just breathe deeply. We need to talk about MAGA Mike. This is what's going on. I have to say, for entertainment purposes only. I mentioned this at Grassroots last night. So hear me out. I know that Mike Johnson is so extreme that he's really all about conversion therapy to convert people that are gay. I think primarily men, to convert people that are gay into being heterosexual, which is the stupidest thing imaginable. People are born gay. It's just like, mind your own freaking business, Mike. But I think Mike Johnson is gay. And I think the reason that I'm picking up on, remember I was saying, I was wondering if he was an AI robot, because the shutdown was so intense that when I tune into him, the shutdown is just like so intense that he's not connected to this at all. And so I didn't know this until after I said that, and then I started to hear on the news that he was involved in a really extreme Christian group. You might know what they're called. And they're really into conversion therapy. Yeah, Mike protests too much, methinks. Yes, absolutely. But I was so perplexed about how I really thought he was an AI robot. And remember on Wednesday I said I had MSNBC on, I had Morning Joe on, and Mike Barnacle he said, and I was like, I just got through saying that last night. Mike Barnacle was like, I'm starting to wonder if Mike Johnson is a robot. And I couldn't figure out why I was picking up on all this like really, really clinical, really shut down energy. And then I saw the piece on a news show about, it must have been on MSNBC, a clip of Mike talking about conversion therapy. It's bad. It's really bad. So I took a few notes about what Mike Johnson is saying about the United States of America. And if you're a real American, if you're, not MAGA, you're a real American, you have family who fought in wars, you have a very special place in your heart for our veterans, and you really do believe in freedom, you do believe in, everyone has a right to live free. This country is great when we have immigrants that come to this country and make a better life for themselves. That this is a great country. And you have somebody like a Mike Johnson as in the position of Speaker of the House. Dems are outsmarting the MAGAs. I do believe that. And these are the things that he's saying. Bottle drop, right? See? Told you to go have a drink. I have the window open. The heat's finally working again. It got warmer here, and now I have the window wide open. Yeah. All we who are proud of this country, who want our children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, family, grandparents, parents, aunts and uncles, we want us all to be good and all to be okay and to be in a country that we feel proud of and that we feel safe in, and that we can, know that our families and our friends are safe, and that we're all rising tide raises all ships, and we're all in this together, and we're all doing good. We want that. We want people in positions of leadership that feel good about our country, that feel they want to inspire us to work together. They want to inspire us to know that there's hope. That's what leaders are supposed to do. Think about Obama. Yes, we can, right? Rock the vote. Get out the vote, right? Remember all that of Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. All these normal people, normal Americans that were proud of this country, right? Unbelievable. We're all in that boat. This is what MAGA Mike said. That America is dark, depraved, and irredeemable. And Mike, where have you heard this before? And Mike Johnson says, we're losing the country. We don't have a country anymore. And Mike Johnson said, I wrote it all down on an envelope, a bag. Mike Johnson said that people misunderstood what the founding fathers meant when they said separation of church and state. Yeah, I always send white light to Biden, always. So Mike Johnson thinks that the founding fathers, he's trying to tell us what they meant. Did he do a seance? He's trying to tell us that the founding fathers didn't mean separation of church and state. Mike Johnson is saying that what the founding fathers really meant was that the government is in charge of religion. Are we really going to stand for this? No, we're not. He's anti-science. Oh, there's no such thing as global climate change. Well, tell the people that where I live, they're trying to figure out how to build a seawall high enough for the sea level rise. Don't even get me started. Anti-science, anti-women. Remember, Mike Johnson said that we need women to have babies so we have able-bodied workers. I could go on. Yeah, how can you love your country if you constantly put it down? I could go on, but I won't. But I will pull cards about Mike Johnson. Does he not know that the people came from England to escape the monarchy who told them how to worship? What God to worship and how? He meant able-bodied slaves. He's gay. He's a closeted gay man. If you were born gay, you were born gay. You can't... I don't know. Mike Johnson. What's the fate of Mike Johnson? I mean, and let people be themselves. Let people be who they are. It shouldn't be your freaking problem. He thinks women are broodmares for men. That's it. That's it. That's it. And yeah, make babies. And Kalani's saying make babies. They want to make as many. They want to have as many babies as possible without any being completely against taking care of the mother and the babies. Completely against any public help for the babies. Completely against having school lunches for the hungry children. We're reading about what MAGA Mike's fate is. Oh, this is MAGA Mike's fate. The Three of Swords and the Six of Swords represents his connection to the insurrection. And if it makes you angry, you'll get motivated. If you're not already. And I'm getting more motivated. And you know how motivated I am. It's disgusting. But this is what's coming from MAGA Mike. Here's the Three of Swords, which is the most extreme heartache. So his tin heart is going to feel something, maybe for the first time. Yeah, he's talking himself into being straight. He is. I'm sorry. You know, this channel is for entertainment purposes only. This is the Six of Swords. This is his connection to January 6th, and this is what's going to be his downfall. His poor kids hope he doesn't have daughters. Well, he has a son who's 17 or 18, and they have a pact where they have a porn screening app. Watch 49th Parallel from 1941. Okay. And the priestess says it's undercover right now what's going on behind the scenes with MAGA Mike. It's undercover right now what's going on behind the scenes in terms of investigating him. He is going to he's a pedo. Well, that's what Damon's saying. Who ever heard of such nonsense? I know. He's under investigation. MAGA Mike is under investigation. Yeah, and Damon, I think you're right about that. Because I was picking up on sexually illicit activities that he's afraid are going to be found out. If you're gay or straight, who cares? Who cares? Who the hell cares? Why does it bother anybody? I mean, that's a real problem. So, I feel sorry for Ted Cruz's daughter too. I mentioned this at our meeting last night. You know, Grassroots of Democracy, we meet on Thursday nights. I mentioned that on Wednesday, I picked one of these little cards when I was reading on MAGA Mike. And I never do this. I don't remember ever doing this. I pulled the Ten of Swords and I said, oh, look, the Ten of Pentacles. And afterwards I was like, well, that was odd that I read that as the Ten of Pentacles. And then later when I reflected on that, I felt like there was a meaning there. So it was about MAGA Mike. And I pulled the Ten of Swords and I said, instead of saying, oh, it's the Ten of Swords, I said, oh, it's the Ten of Pentacles. What I get is the Ten of Swords is about difficulties coming, attacks coming from all angles, and you can't really fend it off. It's swords. But the reason I felt that I saw it as and I said Ten of Pentacles was because it was related to illicit money, because pentacles represent money. And let's just pull 3 cards about that. I know I'm all like Trump and MAGA Mike, but they're one and the same. They're 2 peas in the pod. I think it's all going to come out. So I'm going to just pull 3 cards about if he's being investigated. Because of that, the 3 of Swords look like yes. And the 6 of Swords comes up and around January 6th. Mike has a pattern of deception, yes. And I think it's money laundering. And be grateful is our dreamer here, prophet through... Dreamt about a bed of snakes. Yes, some were poisonous and some were not. But you couldn't tell which were which. That's a prophetic dream. So, is MAGA Mike being investigated? Well, I got yes, and that is the question. And yeah, he's not going to be there much longer. He's not going to be there much longer. I want to pause and say this. How else was our democracy going to get stronger? I can't think of any other way but resistance training that our democracy, there's no other way our democracy would get stronger unless it was tested. And so we're in that sort of difficult position of going through this. But I know you don't want me to say this, but it could be so much worse. MAGA Mike. Death card, he's not gonna be in that position for long. 5 of Pentacles, this is about money. This is about the money being found out. He's gonna have to pay out the wazoo for lawyers. And the Page of Wands, very, very, very slowly, they're creeping in with these investigations. Now, isn't the Ethics Commission investigating him? We will get through it. We will get through it. And you know, ever since we saw what's going on in the world stage in February of last year with Putin invading Ukraine and the horrors that are going on there and the horrors that are going on in Israel, which is just I can't read on it. It's just too awful. In the face of all that, I think the least we can do is be a beacon of light, shining as a participatory democracy where we're really doing what we can to make the world a better place. I mean, it could be so much worse. I know we get upset. We have to send a lot of light and a lot of help, a lot of aid, a lot of prayers to Ukraine and to the Middle East. It's just, the darkness is really pissed off. It really is. I'm going to pull 3 cards about, what's going on in the Middle East has been on my mind all day, as I'm sure it has yours. People are starving to death. It's really bad. That's why I can't read on it. I'm just going to stick with what we're doing here. Joe Biden did an amazing thing on Wednesday. Why is the darkness pissed off? Because the light has gotten stronger. What are you saying, Warren? Yes, we need a group hug. Okay, we'll do a group hug just in a little bit. Maybe more towards the end. Yeah. So, Joe Biden, it would be good if the news also gave us, this is what all these evil, terrible people are doing. They're just so terrible. And then if they just gave us and here's some good news, it would be helpful. Well, Biden is more than doing his job, Thomas. He's really, it's beyond, I can't even believe what happened. I think, we were talking about it Wednesday. I saw the video footage of Biden seeing President Xi, and there was no animosity. Do you remember how scared we were when China was going to Russia? Do you remember how the year started? See if you remember how the year started. How's your memory about how January 2023? I know it's November. It seems like it was just yesterday. Somebody see how well you're paying attention to what's going on and what's gone on in 2023. How did the year start? I'm talking about China and Joe Biden, Warren. Am I going to have to put you in timeout? How did the year start? It was genuine. There was no animosity. How did the year start? No, alright, I'm going to tell you. Do you remember the big white balloon? I feel like I'm talking to myself. Yes, Biden's life was training for this moment. I'm losing you guys, I can tell. Biden is working miracles. Do you remember how scared we were of China? Doctors Without Borders are in Israel, in Gaza. We've been freaked out about what China's up to all year. And Joe Biden saw President Xi yesterday at the summit they're having in California, whatever is going on there with the Pacific Asian conferences. And they looked like they were friends. They've known each other a very long time. Of course they disagree, but they sat for 4 to 5 hours. I don't know. When China was meeting with Russia and Iran, and then when they were clipping the U.S. The military planes, and they were doing these antics around Taiwan, and they have a big army, they have a big military, and they're talking to each other. And after that, they had a meeting. Biden was like, we decided we'd call each other at any time. This is the polar opposite of Trump. Sorry, Warren. The China. You don't make fun of world leaders. You don't make fun of world leaders. Anyway, remember on Wednesday I read, because we hadn't heard anything about that meeting. And there are times when I'll read on something and I'll go, wow, that kind of bowled me over. I was bowled over on Wednesday night, which is because right after I turned on the news and Biden was speaking, and he had spoken a little bit earlier. But when I read it on Wednesday, I said, this is amazingly good. This is an amazingly good thing, particularly for the economy. Now I just want to make, I'm trying to make things that don't break, and then I'll be all good. Joe Biden is amazing. Amazing. He's definitely divinely guided. Definitely divinely guided. I mean, and it really, the pressure is on mainstream media. They have to start talking about saving our democracy by, let's pull 3 cards about, is it going to get better? Yeah, I know. China's economy is terrible. That's what I was reading on Wednesday night. It was like, we have the upper hand here. Kathy's asking if I see more advertisers leaving Twitter. Yes, just in the course of less than an hour. 59 minutes now. We heard about 5 different big corporations leaving Twitter. Elon's going down. Yes, China has more respect for us now that Trump's not there. So what I'm reading on is the media. Is it gonna get better? Biden's brilliant. He's a brilliant, brilliant man. I was saying the other night, he should write The Art of the Foreign Deal. As far as the media goes, the media is going to be kind of losing money. The media is going to be losing money. I just see the media is losing money. I feel like the media is going to be in financial dire straits. I feel like the people will be leaving I mean, how many people told me they don't watch the mainstream news anymore? A lot of people. So this is the hermit. The media is going to be like, oh, we're all on our own here. There's going to be a trick. I mean, a change. It's like it's like the media gets tricked. This is what I'm getting. The mainstream media gets tricked they get tricked into thinking that they have to just cover Trump, you know, show the fake polls. They get tricked into they think that. But it's not the case anymore. So they realize they have to turn it around. Now, it's not going to happen immediately, but the Five of Pentacles is like the media is losing money by reporting things that are pissing people off, because I don't care what anybody says. Everybody is kind of psychic, right? And we know, and the American people, I know there are stupid people. Some people are just, you know, they're just not that smart. They're not that curious. They don't want to read. Some people they're just unaware, that they don't want to be aware, but that's not the majority. A majority of people are paying attention. And if mainstream media keeps lying to the public when we know what the truth is, I'm not talking about the Fox cult people. I'm talking about the normal people. It's going to change. It's going to be gradual, but it's going to change. I kind of want to take a look at what's going to happen. I know that the government didn't have a shutdown, right? The government didn't have a shutdown, but they just kicked the can down the road to January. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about what's going to happen in January. Santos will be gone by then. Pinocchio will be gone by January. I think it's going to be in a couple weeks. So with the threat of another government shutdown, because they keep doing this, because the Republicans don't want to govern, they just want to destroy the government. Damon, are you being accused of being a troll again? I'm sorry. They need to get to know you. Okay. In January, there's going to be a big disruption. They're going to fight again over the keeping the government open. The Tower card indicates that there's going to be a big shift. Yes, Pinocchio's gone. In January, they're talking about that there could be another government shutdown. I see the chaos again. I see the Republicans thinking they only have really one playbook. How can we hurt the American people? That's their playbook. So they're going to try to shut down the government again. And then what do we have here? The Page of Cups. It's not going to work. The youth and the Democrats, especially the Democrats that are in office now, are going to just keep pushing back and pushing back and pushing back. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be like you're in a big ship and it's tossing to and fro and to and fro. It's time for a commercial. That was kind of sudden. This is a commercial bell. It's just a little bit on the board. From scarcity to abundance tomorrow. Go to psychicannetdion.com. It's a class to give you an abundance consciousness, an abundance of good things. Join us in saving democracy. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. To book a reading, psychicannetdion.com. That's all I had time to write. From Scarcity to Abundance is a class. You get a recording of the class afterwards, and that's tomorrow from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We meet on Zoom. Go to psychicannetdion.com to sign up for the class. It's going to be great. And you also, and it doesn't have to be about money. You can be about an abundance consciousness about anything good. 12 to 2, go to psychicannetdion.com, and that's Eastern Time. You'll get a recording, which will also include, we'll be doing a guided meditation to bring more abundance into your life. Thinking seriously about my Law of Attraction class? Well, From Scarcity to Abundance is the name of the class, but we will be talking about the Law of Attraction too. I could have called it that. Also, Church of Spirituality is every single Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I am also going to have a Thanksgiving Day Church of Spirituality service. That will be at noon on Thursday. So you can watch any of the Church of Spirituality services. I was going to say show. They're all there. They're into the lives. Next week we have Spirit Talk Podcast. We have Kathy Beal. We're going to be talking about the full moon that's going to be on the 27th. So on the 21st, I think the day before the sun goes into Sagittarius, my sign, we're having a show with Kathy Beal. And Damon's not a troll, don't worry. So Kalani, sign up for the class. 9 a.m. You can be up. You can be up by then, right? You can have your coffee and be ready to go. Grassroots of Democracy, please join us. Tomorrow's our work session, grassrootsofdemocracy.com. And when you become a member, you get a beautiful affirmation Monday through Friday in your email. It's a great way to start the day. Sure, you get a Zoom link for the class tomorrow? Yes, you get a Zoom link. Of course, I wouldn't leave you stranded. If you happen to have tech difficulties, it's going to be recorded anyway, and it's going to be sent to you. So don't worry about that. You won't. Hopefully, you can make it in. But there's that. Yes, sign up for the class. And you also. Oh yeah, there's a psychic party for 1 hour for the members at the top 2 levels. So, and that's on the 25th. Okay, let's read a little bit more about. Does anyone have a specific question that they want me to ask? And John saying, my daily affirmations are very uplifting. Thank you, John. Yeah, we got to reboot. Every morning we got to, get things set up right so we have a great day. And please subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and thank you for your support on that. You guys are awesome. Let's name the astronaut. What do you want to name him? Thomas is here. I saw Thomas, and then I saw Kathy saying, where's Thomas? You must have a different chat going there. Let me pull 3 cards on the Democrats. The Democrats in office right now, who are really doing a great job. Moskowitz did a great job. Crockett is doing a great job. They're all. Kathy Clark is doing a great job. The Democrats are doing great. We really need to support them. We should be very grateful. Jamie Raskin, Dan Goldman, Swalwell, they're doing amazing. Artemis the astronaut, I kind of like that. I met a little girl named Artemis when I was up in Maine at the retreat. Okay, Artemis the astronaut. It's kind of long. Goldman, I did say Goldman. How are the Democrats going to do? Now, the Republicans, how about this one? What did Donald Trump always call the Democrats? The do-nothing Democrats. Everything is projection. Yeah, I said Jasmine Crockett too. Maybe I was, when I said Moskowitz too, maybe I was talking too fast. Oh, I need to put them on the gratitude tree. Thank you for reminding me. The do-nothing Republicans, they left. They keep going, oh, we don't feel like working, we're going. Why are we not saying anything? How are the Democrats going to do in the next few weeks? Oh, Kathy feels protected with, I guess Thomas is being an amazing troll slayer. Thank you for the troll slaying. Much appreciate. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be hard work for the Democrats in office. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning in the Democrats' favor, but boy, is it a slog. Boy, is it hard work. We really need to help. There are representatives. They're there. The Democrats are there to represent what the people want. So there are spokespeople. We need to be communicating with them. It's too big of a burden for them to do on their own. We really need to get more involved. Run for something. And this is the Page of Wands. The message will sound soft at first, but the Democrats are going to start speaking out. I mean the campaign message for Biden. Aw, put me on the gratitude tree. All right, so it looks like the Democrats are gonna still stay strong, but that's the second time tonight I said that I see the need for more Americans to show their support. Honestly, let's put some gratitudes on the tree. But I need a pen. Hang on. Gratitudes on the gratitude tree. All right, let me just grab a pen. On the gratitude tree tonight, it's a new thing. Remember when I said the other night that I said this is going to be a thing now? People are going to start having Thanksgiving trees. So I'm going to show you what I found in the store today. I'm telling you, it's true. I said people are going to start having gratitude trees. Hang on. And then I found a gratitude ornament. I think I'm onto something. I usually am. I tend to trend before things start trending. So, it's a gratitude tree ornament. Isn't it cute? So, I have we put Joe Biden up there. The Democrats in office. We'll just put the Democrats. And then what else? I know Thomas wanted a turkey. What else do we want? 2 more gratitudes for the tree. I know, isn't that cute? I'll tell you the company is Gerson, Gerson Companies. Thanksgiving, I'm going to put Thanksgiving. And Jack Smith. Yeah, I don't think I put DOJ, but I didn't put Jack Smith up there. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Fani Willis and Letitia James, because I already put the DOJ. And these will be our gratitudes. Oh, and the judges. I'm going to put the Democrats and the judges on the same. All right, on to the tree they go. Talk amongst yourselves. Fani Willis and Letitia James. Go, go, go. Thanksgiving. And the Democrats and the judges. Woo-woo! Alrighty. We should probably wrap it up momentarily. We do have tea. I just got like a hit that I just got a hit that people like Lawrence O'Donnell, Nicole Wallace, Rachel I'm just getting a hit. Ari Melber, Ali Velshi. I'm getting a hit that they're kind of getting together on saving democracy. So that's a good little intuitive hit. Let me read my betel leaf. We're going to get stronger. We're going to get stronger. Put Trump as the turkey? What? Instead of the harvest sign on the turkey, put Trump in that harvest words. No, it's too cute. We're going to get stronger. This is a betel leaf. Sadhguru said that they used to read them in India. We're going to get stronger. And it's going to be because we have to. Okay. I'm not sure this tea is going to work tonight because it was kind of the dregs of the tea. Kind of tea dregs, but maybe. There's a big... Some tea is better than others. But this was at the bottom of the bag of tea, and so it looks a little bit different. But I see right here, there's a crab. Do you see that's like a big crab, which reminds me of the sign of Cancer. And the sun in Cancer is telling me that right around the time, it doesn't mean we have to wait this long for any kind of justice. I don't mean that. But around the time that the sun is in Cancer, the United States will be in a much different place. I really do feel democracy strengthening around, like next summer, it's going to be a different story. Stay positive. Things are moving in the right direction. All this hatred is making people stand up for love. It's very emotional, but there's lots of good sprinkled in. You have to remember that we are in a battle between the dark and the light. We're in the battle between truth and lies. Absolutely. Yes. There's a big crab like the sign of Cancer there. We're in a huge battle between the dark and the light. And people like the right-wing Christian extremists, there's nothing that they're talking about. What happens to Trump in March 2024? I'll wait before I divulge that. Let's just say it's not good and it's very stress-related. When we see people pretending to be Christians and calling for, Mike Johnson is out there like being a total election denier, not wanting to feed the hungry, not wanting to take care of his brothers and sisters. Mike Johnson, MAGA Mike, is calling for hating people who are trans or bi or gay or queer. Mike Johnson is calling for you to hate them and cast them out. There is nothing Christian about these people. They are anti-Christian. Oh, there's a Lincoln Project video ad. They are anti-Christian. By the way, at those Trump rallies in the past, I have seen these three words together. I've seen these three words together at Trump rallies. Trump, Jesus, and guns. I've been saying, my whole life, I've been saying to people about about Jesus Christ, the actual Jesus Christ, if he came back here today and heard what people were saying about him, he'd be 100%. I never said that. You know, the hypocrites. Total hypocrites to the nth degree. The hatred and the vitriol, you can't stand by if somebody's just like beating on somebody. I don't mean literally. Bullying somebody who you love. You can't just stand by, right? But these so-called Christians are calling for you to hate one another. Let's get a grip, people. They are the demonic. That's evil. The big white China balloon, you finally got it! That's how we started the year. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to pull 3 cards before we go tonight. Before I remind you of what you need to go to my website for. We're going to pull 3 cards on the evil and whether we have the necessary momentum now. Oh, we're going to do a group hug before we go to knock out this evil. Elon Musk, man, he's a sick, there's a lot of sick people in 2 powerful positions. That's for sure. Please hit the thumbs up before you go, and thank you to those of you who have, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And please book a reading. I've been really, really slow lately. Please book a reading. We're at a crossroads. We're at a crossroads. The people that are loving are afraid to stand up and shout it out from the rooftops, but we will. The 8 of Wands. There's going to be a lot of quick action, justice kind of action. These gag orders being lifted are really so the judges can look neutral and so that Trump can continue running his mouth. And it's dangerous and it's a balancing act. But the 8 of Wands, those are the arrows of love. So there will be love, and there will be people taking a stand for love and unity. So, e pluribus unum means many as one. Am I saying that right? Anyway, many as one. We're all together. We're all in this together. All right, so I'm going to go back and watch more news. Love the deer. Yes, this is a gift. Let me show off my gifts. This is a gift from one of my viewers. These bells were gifts. Wonderful gifts. These were a gift from one of my clients who lives in Hawaii. They're earrings from Bali. So thank you. Out of one, many. One out of many. No, wait, that's not how it goes. We'll talk about it. Please join Grassroots of Democracy. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. You'll get the notes even if you can't make it to the meeting, and you'll also get the guided meditation from 20 on Tuesdays. Please book a reading. Go to psychicannetdion.com, and also we have our class From Scarcity to Abundance tomorrow. Don't miss that one. It's going to be a great class. And thank you for being here. I love you all. We'll see you soon. Kalani, we'll see you at class. All right. Namaste. Be well. Be good to yourselves. And be grateful.